The greatest Clone Wars invasion force has been assembled. The 501st Legion, with Anakin Skywalker and Captain Rex. Commander Cody's 212th Attack Battalion, alongside Obi Wan Kenobi. As well as the 104th Wolffe Battalion, with Commander Wolffe and Jedi Master Plo. Finally, the 65th Coruscant Guard, with Commander Fox and Mace Windu taking their helm. This large-scale army is going to be going a mile through treacherous droid territory, and their objective is a juicy one. The only General Grievous. Hey, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and I'm super excited for this battle. I think it's gonna be one heck of a doozy. So we have like a mile of droid territory here that General Grievous commands, and as you can see, they have just thrown a ton of debris across this land from former battles. So this is a well-worn battlefield here. And the clone troopers aren't messing around anymore. They brought the 501st, the 212th, the 104th, and the 65th to go ahead and try and stop General Grievous. They also have an ATTE in their own fort over here. However, with all the debris, it's not really going to be able to move forward. But the only droid tanks are these two AATs at the beginning. But beyond that, we have hundreds of droid infantry troopers, which are on movement mode free, and a bunch of super battle droids as well, going all the way back to General Grievous. Then we also have held out positions within these catacombs back here for the battle droid army. More droids that are free move back here, and then finally the final stand defense over here. Two artillery pieces for General Grievous. This one is not manned. I'll be sure to man it before this battle begins. And General Grievous himself defending a small little fort here that he has guarded by a lot of B1 battle droids. So this should be a massive invasion by the clone troopers. One of the greatest we've ever done. It's gonna be sick. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are so close to 350K. I would really appreciate your support if you could just hit that subscribe button and comment down below if you'd like to see some more massive joint legion battles here from the Clone Wars in the future. Either way, let's get it going. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, why don't we go ahead and press start. I did have the clones set to charge mode for the beginning, so a little hoorah clone trooper charge for the start here. The battle droids waiting, and they begin their fire out at these clone troopers. The clones hitting them with some explosions already. Let's go in slow-mo for the first bit here, and then once some more clones and droids die, the FPS will get a little bit better, and then we can go into normal speed for us here. AAT's back here taking a little bit of light fire. That shouldn't do too much damage, but it does do a little bit, so it can be helpful for the clones overall. Super Battle Droid here doesn't really have the range to fire yet. Super Battle Droids are powerful, but their range is less than standard Battle Droids. Sort of a little bit of a give and take on those fellas there, so he's probably gonna wait a while to actually start firing, but once he does, those wrist rockets will be brutal, baby. The 212th over here on the left pushing on forward, really spearheading this assault. Wolfpack and the 65th back here also coming forward. The 501st seem to be hugging the wall over here, going for maybe a small-ish flank. The ATTE has been shifting around positions a little bit here, and it seems like it is going to be aiming at those AATs. That'll be very helpful for the clones, having that ATTE capable of firing at the AATs back there. The AATs taking up couple pot shots at the ATTE, but not really managing to do all that much. Again, Super Battle Droid just kind of chilling, but the rest of the B1 Battle Droids are just firing away as much as they want here. All right, let's go into normal speed for a little bit here. Actually, maybe like semi-full speed, because I'm just worried about the lag a little bit. Finally, the Super Battle Droid is starting to fire out. I did see a wrist rocket go out there, but it didn't really do much. Mace Windu is now in the middle of the front lines here, going forward, deflecting some laser fire. So is Anakin and Obi Wan, all the Jedi Masters, out there helping out. There's Plo on the far right over here, too. Of course, these guys are very, very derpy in the battlefield, so I'm not expecting them to do too much. It's more just their presence is kind of fun to have on the battlefield. You know, their presence is a present, as Kanye would say, and you can finish that lyric in your own head if you know it. Either way, the 212 and the 501st working cohesively on the left side together. They are two legions that just have so much experience fighting together that they're almost one legion entirely, you know? They just have so much experience with one another that they can just cohesively fight together on basically any battlefield without problems. And there goes the AAT. A bazooka trooper does manage to blow that thing sky high and take her down. That's going to be a big bonus for the clones there. The other AAT is still firing out. It looks like its shots are arcing upwards, though. Yes, they are. They're trying to impact that ATTE. The ATTE can't even actually step onto the battlefield here. There's just so much clutter on the ground that if I were this AAT, which I guess died in the 5 seconds we were looking away, what? If I were it, I would have been targeting the infantry. It could just do so much more damage to clone infantry than a clone ATTE that is not going to be effective for the entire remainder of this battle because it literally cannot come forward. So I don't fully understand the AAT's choice there, but hey, they're droids. They don't always have the big brains that Daily do. They don't got Daily's tactics, baby. All right, Mace Windu over here on the right side. Plo joining him. And they're marching around together. I always get asked why I can't say Plo's last name or why I don't. Basically, it's a derogatory word, and YouTube cannot identify the difference between a name and the word, so I always get demonetized if I say it. So I'm just gonna refrain from doing that. It's silly, but it is what it is. Either way, the 501st and 212 still kind of spearheading this battle, although the Wolffe Pack and the 65th over here coming forward as well. It really is sort of the 501st and 212th working together and the Wolffe Pack and the 65th working together. I don't know how cohesively the 65th and the Wolffe Pack will actually perform together, but I am curious to see. It's a neat combo, I suppose. I mean, Fox and Wolffe, sort of the two animal clone commanders, if you will, you know, working together. But again, I don't think I've ever actually seen. Have they ever even made an appearance together in the Clone Wars? The 104th and the 65th? Not that I can remember. I don't think I've ever seen these two clone legions on the battlefield together. Either way, it looks like Obi-Wan's up here, actually going to be the first Jedi to really... Oh, no, never mind. Plo did try to enter into the catacombs here, and he was gunned down. So Plo was the first Jedi to enter into the catacombs, and he got absolutely crushed by the end there. There goes Anakin moving forward, but he smartly goes backwards, and now he's just sort of chilling there, deflecting some laser fire. So is Mace Windu. They need to go ahead and let their clone trooper brothers here take care of some work. There's actually Commander Wolffe right there. He's got his DC-17 pistol. He's firing away with it just a little bit. He's just doing a little bit of work. I don't know where Rex, Cody, or Fox have really gone off to in this battle, though. I'm sure they're somewhere around here. If you guys do spot them, let me know in the comments section. I'd be curious, especially if you find them dead while I sort of scan over these guys. Let me know, because it's always interesting to see where the clone trooper commanders as well as Jedi end up dying on the battlefield. Either way, now it seems like all of the clone trooper legions are just sort of smooshed together. We no really longer have that differentiation between each of them. Oh, there's Captain Rex right there, actually. You know, they're all just sort of working cohesively now together, which is good. They're just one big old clone blob. Here's Obi-Wan. He did end up going down just at the outskirts of the catacombs there. Mace Windu over here is still alive. And Anakin, oh, there's Anakin. Anakin's right there. They're trying to go and support Plo over here, trying to recover the Jedi Master from the battlefield. There is a B2 battle droid right here. He is firing away a good bit at some clones off in the distance. A good rocket launcher shot should be able to take him out, but no, small arms fire actually ends up doing the trick right there, and that boy goes kablooey. This could definitely be a very disastrous section of the map for the clone trooper army here. As we can see, we have multiple choke points and a whole lot of droids defending those choke points, ready to spam out fire at these boys. A whole lot of the free roaming droids are sort of coming up on the sides here, hugging these walls as they push on forward. Maybe they're trying to get to cover and then hide behind that cover, you know, cross over this ground here and get to cover and support them over there, but they sort of got stopped over here while they were hugging the wall to move forward. Not entirely sure, but the clones are hugging the wall on the opposite end over here too, so they're both sort of in the same cover situation. Grenade going off back here. It looks like it did eviscerate a large chunk of droids right there. Anakin Skywalker is really pushing forward here. It looks like Mace Windu ended up going down as well, so Annie is the last remaining Jedi on the battlefield, the only one that's not a Jedi Master. Oh my man. Well, I suppose you can just claim the rank of Master now since the rest of them are dead. Just do it if you want to, Annie. No one's gonna stop you. You got no resistance on this one anymore. Either way, this massive hodgepodge of clone troopers is just absolutely gunning it forward down the middle here. They have broken through this choke point successfully, I would definitely say, and are now making some work on these droids in the back lines here. They just need to give them the old 1-2 kapooya punch, baby, and they should be able to get the victory within these catacombs. I mean, they're flooding in so much at this point that it's going to be really hard for the droids to stem the tide of clone troopers. But really, this is definitely a war of attrition for the droids. You guys have heard me say this on multiple different battlefields, but there is no battlefield with that quite as true as this one. I mean, this one's like almost a mile-long battlefield of just constant droid defenses. You know, the clones might have a ton of troopers all right now, but if they keep losing a trooper here or a trooper there, you know, every few feet, then by the very end of this thing, they're going to have nothing left to push Grievous's fortress. So, you know, the droids, they just need to play this war of attrition outright, and for the clones, they need to make sure that they value every single clone trooper life as much as possible, or else they will end up succumbing to incoming droid fire here. I'm seeing a lot of DC-15Xs in the mix. I did give the clones a few of those. Each unit, or rather each legion, sort of has different weapons available to them. You know, some of them have VTARs, while others have DC-17Ms, you know, just some variety. All of them have DC-15As and DC-15Cs, since those are standard clone weapons, but sort of the specialty weapons are different amongst each. Actually, maybe the 65th doesn't have DC-15As, but they do have legendary DC-15s. So a similar weapon there. Either way, you know, they do have some variation to their weapons. You know, there's quite a number of those DC-15Xs on the battlefield, which should make a big difference. It just helps out with, especially a longer campaign like this one, having some specialty weapons for any type of situation. Either way, we're going to go full blast into normal speed here. Last of the droid defenses here within the catacombs are sort of making a bit of a last stand at the moment. They're getting a kill or two. Again, that's all the droids could really hope for. This is sort of like a Viet Cong-esque defense, where the droids truly just need to get a few kills at each juncture, back it on up, tear, and then get a couple more kills, then back it up more. You know, all of these free-moving droids are on retreat mode, so if they take a lot of fire, they will retreat on back. So really, this is truly guerrilla warfare here that the clones are going up against, and it seems to be working. I mean, again, clones are dropping every few feet, and the numbers are slowly whittling down. The right side attack over here. Oh, massive wrist rocket by the B2 battle droid right there. You know what we say to that? Watch those wrist rockets, baby. And Wolffe is trying to be a hero here up front with his pistol. He made it very far in this battle, but eventually does go down while he's trying to make room for his own troopers to escape or provide cover fire or something, but he ends up going down. There's Commander Fox right there, actually watched his brother go down. I wonder if he's feeling sorry about that or not. Grenades coming out from these guys as they sort of clutch it up. If only Wolffe had waited a little bit, these guys would have been able to come in and save his butt, but instead they are coming in just a little too late. and Wolffe did bite the dust. There goes that B2 battle droid, so Wolffe has at least been redeemed. There is Commander Cody right there. Finally spotted my boy. He's still in the mix. You love to see it. Now we just need to find where Rex went. I think he was more towards the middle, actually. So if he is on the battlefield still, he's probably somewhere around here. Also, what happened to Annie? Did Annie, no, yeah, Annie did end up going down. So all the Jedi Masters sort of bit the dust at the entrance of the catacomb, and the clone commanders are starting to bite the dust at the end of the catacomb here. So it's kind of funny. Oh, massive wrist rocket shot hit these guys. I think actually, yeah, Fox is still alive, but his comrades did die. Of course, the clones and the clone commanders and the Jedi Masters do have a little bit more health than your standard clone trooper. Same goes for Grievous. He has more health than your standard battle droid here on the battlefield. Either way, sort of the ending of the catacomb run is here. It is upon us. There's still a lot of droid defenses way back here, as well as a few different droid defenses. Also, those free-roaming droids backing up as the clones come on forward here. So they're still going to be giving resistance basically at every step of this battle from here on out as well. So, you know, the clones got a lot of work cut out for them, but right now they're actually looking pretty strong. They're looking pretty chunky, boys. They do have quite a number of clone troopers left alive. A lot of good weapon variety still as well. Still seeing some DC-15Xs, you know, DC-19s, things like that. They are definitely still a force to be reckoned with. This little droid outpost right here, though, is clobbering them quite a bit. A number of clone troopers dropping around this corner here. This is just a tough nut to crack. Commander Cody going out bravely, pulling a Commander Wolffe and trying to do some suppressive fire for his men while his men try and take the objective. It's not really enough, though. Cody is trying his absolute hardest here to help out. He's even committing further to this ploy, but his clones are failing him and he ends up going down himself. Cody literally just did everything possible to help out his clones, but it just wasn't enough. Whether that be the clones' fault or it was just a silly idea from the start, I don't know, but Commander Fox again watches another clone trooper commander bite the dust right there. No, that is no good. I still don't know where Captain Rex is at currently. My boy is MIA from my vision. I hope he didn't go down, but he might have. I genuinely don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you guys did end up seeing Captain Rex go down at some point during this battle. Either way, these free-roaming droids over here are just getting a lot of fire on clones over this way. This is probably the harshest position in the battlefield for the clone trooper army. They are suffering more losses here than even at the entrance of the catacombs over here. And maybe that's due to not having any Jedi to absorb a lot of fire for them now. So now the choke points are getting worse. Or it's just a tight spot for the droids to be able to protect, even tighter than the other entrance to the catacombs. But the exit here is really brutal. It really do be brutal. But these clones coming around the flanks of these droids over this way, hopefully they can actually go ahead and eliminate some of them. They do get at least one kill right there, but the rest still manage to stand. Basically all the clones focusing in on these guys. I don't blame them. There's really only a few droids left alive on the right side over here anyway, so those droids don't really pack as much of a threat. Oh, I thought there were droids protecting there. Maybe I put free-roaming droids there and they all went away. That might have been what I did, because I vividly remember putting droids there. But still back here, there's still a lot of stationary droid positions. So the clones definitely still got their work cut out for them. There's just something about this angle here that the clones just can't quite hit. I think these droids are just perfectly lined up, so the clone fire sort of impacts the ground right there instead of actually hitting the droids. Let's go in fast motion here as the clones just sort of try their best to stop these droids over here. I mean, they're just slowly but surely pushing them further and further back here. It's not exactly the most exciting thing. It's just sort of something that needs to get done on the battlefield. More clones die as they try to do this thing. Just grenade them. Just grenade them. Oh, no, not the droids, the clones. Clones grenade, not the droids. Oh, geez. Okay, well, the clones, again, just having so much trouble with this batch of droids. Look at this. And it's this machine gunner right here, just absolutely obliterating the clones. Droids back up behind the ship here. It does get a little glitchy with these types of ships. But there we go. Finally, the clones manage to push the droids out of that ship position, and they start to slaughter them. So the clones finally managing to do something right here, and they are wiping out these droids back this way. Managing to do some good there. There we go. Alright, we're about to hit sort of the 20-minute-ish mark, so I'm going to go ahead and restart my recording. Just going to pause the game here because the audio gets messed up if I don't do this. Okay, gamers, we're back here, starting off where we left off. Alright, finally the clones can start to advance on the last of General Grievous's defenses here. This B-2 battle droid is completely out in the open here, and again, it's just got such a weak range that it's just not able to shoot these clones all that easily. Clones getting distracted by some random battle droid back here, so we're backpedaling a little bit. Let's go in fast motion until they actually pick up some slack here and go forward. It seems like there are some droids still back here in the catacombs that were left behind. Maybe they'll rejoin the battle at some point, but it seems like the clones just missed their chance to sort of kill those guys. And there's a couple more droids within here that the clones are just now clearing out. A couple clone losses in doing so, but nothing too major. Again, still the final fort here, still alive, still kicking, and the clones are just doodling around back here instead of actually going up against it. But here we go. Finally, the final advance on General Grievous's fort here is underway. The droids do have some solid defenses over here. They've got snipers, they've got riflemen, they've got machine gunners, and you can't forget those 2 artillery pieces for the end here. Those artillery pieces could make all the difference in the world, or they could do absolutely nothing. It's one of those things that you just never really know what's going to end up happening with them. Artillery is kind of wishy-washy in that way, where sometimes it can be the most OP thing in the world, and other times it can be absolutely just terrible. Either way, wrist rockets getting thrown out from some B-2 battle droids. One of them does go up right there, but not before it gets a few clone kills right there. Thus far in this final offensive, the clones are still doing pretty decently here. They're managing to take out a lot of the droids from a distance here. I think those DC-15Xs that are still alive are coming into play. They're also very spread out, so the droids aren't able to really clobber them too much, but there comes some artillery fire right there. Not a huge shot from both artillery pieces, only getting 1 clone kill, so not the most OP thing, and they're continuing to shell that one already dead clone trooper right there. So, you know, so far it's not really doing too much against the clone trooper army, and it could be a wash from here. But there we go, a second shot coming in. Again, only really getting 1 dead clone trooper, so not that big of a deal. Oh, but here we go, finally some shelling coming in that the clones are having a little bit more trouble with here, losing a few more troopers. But the clones are still steadily moving their way forward and still steadily getting more kills on the defending droids. More and more defending droids are going down due to incoming clone fire, but now the artillery has sort of, you know, marked its prey and started to actually shell really nicely. It seems like it's calibrated a little bit more and is starting to punish these clone troopers a bit more as well. Sorry, I've got the burps now because I drank some cranberry seltzer. Delicious. I do love me some seltzer water. It's a bit of an addiction to seltzer water. In fact, it's like the spicy hydro homie challenge, boys. Only drink seltzer water for the rest of your life. B-2 going down right there. Nice little pick from the clone troopers. Clones managing to hide behind this ATTE. It seems out of sight of the droid artillery right now, which is definitely what they want. If they can take out these 2 artillery droids, they will be clear, I think, to win this thing. But if they cannot, then it's going to be a lot more rough. 2 droids getting caught out by a grenade right here. They can't move without getting shot, so they end up just dying to the grenade right there. Nice job by the clone troopers. Clone troopers pushing this next blockade right here. Just another 2 droids back here. They're probably not going to even peek or do all that much damage to the clones at this point. So this is basically a free position for the clones to overtake. And the artillery opens back up, killing more clone troopers right there. More 65th Coruscant Guard troopers. Commander Fox is still alive, still watching from the wings of the battlefield right now as his troopers get blown to smithereens from these droid artillery pieces. The last of the B1s also positioning themselves to repel the clone attack. There's still a large number of them, and this is where I'm starting to think that the clones might not have this anymore. In a rare instance of bravery, Commander Fox begins to push forward on his own, trying to maybe spur his troopers forward, and it works. The clone troopers gaining a little bit of morale there from their commander, moving out and supporting them in this battle, but Commander Fox does get hit by an artillery shot right there, and he is indeed dead. Rip the last clone commander. The artillery is in fact just shredding the clone troopers. We're going to try one last clone charge here to try and get the clones forward and try and help them out. This is the last of their troopers going forward right now. About a squad and a half. It's just not too many men. They come forward, they start firing. The artillery just starts to obliterate them. The artillery, the problem was the clones just didn't have enough forces left alive to take it out at this point in time, and the artillery just started to absolutely zone in on them and get the kills that it needed to call this a victory, a success, whatever you want. It's definitely that. The clones are going to lose this battle overall. Let's go ahead and just push the last 5 guys forward in a nice little Ura charge. Go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yep, they're dead. All right. Well, one heck of a battle, if I'm going to be honest. I really enjoyed this. Yellow are dead clone troopers. Red are dead battle droids here on the battlefield. And, I mean, the droids lost a significant number of troopers, but I think the clones lost significantly more. I mean, so many more yellow bodies on the battlefield than red bodies. But that's the whole point of this battle, was it was supposed to be an insanely difficult battle where the clones were just going to have to just keep on going. There's one clone left alive here, and he has actually 13 kills. He's dead. But yeah, I mean, just an absolutely brutal battle, but that was the point of it. I'm actually very impressed that the clones managed to make it to the final blockade, and then they went down. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more Star Wars Galaxy of War mod in the future. All right, guys, peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.